content is always going to be the number one thing with SEO and now with ranking on AI is content, content, content. The more places you're showing up, the more likely Google looks at your company, your entity, your brand as a trustworthy source to get the information from, once again, increasing your chances to be shown in AI search results. Hey, how's it going, guys? This is a rare solo episode of the Hook Better Leads podcast. I'm your host, Tim Brown. I'm usually able to lean on a guest, which is way more fun sometimes, but I thought I'd come to you guys with some information about ranking on ChatGPT and Google SGE, which, if you're not super aware of those things, it's the generative search function on Google, where it's kind of like their AI. It's like their chatbot. It is in the Google search space that was once more like featured snippets, those little, like it would be an answer right away. And because I've spent so much time in the past trying to rank on featured snippets, and a lot of those principles now apply to Google SGE, I feel like I've got a lot of things to say here just based on the last few years of experiments. I think there's a lot of the things that we've been doing that also rank people on ChatGPT. So a lot of the first point is that a lot of these things transfer over. So a lot of the things that you've been doing on SEO, if you've been aggressive on SEO, will help you right now on ChatGPT as well. And that's evidenced by, if you go to ChatGPT right now and ask, like, what are the best marketing agencies for roofing, you'll see that we rank. So a lot of these principles apply. I'm going to get into specifics so that you can wield what we've learned this last year, and particularly this last 6 months, to rank more on these things. And the first example that we have, we just did a blog post on this, is like, for a client of ours, on the HVAC side, we wanted to rank for the term, "Why is my outlet buzzing?" And what we did is we went and we studied what was referenced and why. So really kind of backwards engineering, looking at what's ranking for that term and giving more and better information than that source. And so if you go check that example out, actually we'll show it right here. Why is my outlet buzzing? We in very short time. What's cool about this is that you can kind of do this quickly. If you get what the principle is that's working for the competitor, you can rank on these things a little bit more quickly. So this is actually like a 24 hours thing. We reordered the blog post to serve it what it wanted, and then we were able to do that in 24 hours, which is really cool. And we're just doing that more and more. We've been experimenting with it, and now we're kind of rolling it out to all of our clients and learning along the way, from failures and successes. So the first kind of deal, and this really comes from all of my experience ranking for featured snippets on Google, was that you want to actually take the question that you're trying to rank for and then put it again in the blog post. Let's say you have a blog post about this particular topic, whether it's, why do I need gutters? Let's say, why do I need gutters? You'd put the question in a heading to format, again in the blog post, heading to format, and then you'd answer the question in about a paragraph. So the best length for featured snippets was about 40 to 60 words. And if you have lists or step-by-step instructions, it would be about 3 to 5 concise bullet points. And the ideas that have worked on featured snippets are helping us rank quicker on Google SGE. So consider these as possible guidelines as you're writing and trying to rank. But the best move is always to study what's working for that particular question or search term and then backwards engineer it. We have found that content is always going to be the number one thing with SEO and now with ranking on AI is content, content, content. Now, how would you change your content strategy now that AI is rolling out? Well, obviously you're using AI as appropriate to get more muscle quicker on your content strategy. We use AI as part of our thing. It basically allowed us to do about 2.5 times the amount of content and still have human editors sprucing things up, putting things out. But we are able to move quicker. And one benefit is you can do more specific questions. In SEO, we call this long form or long tail keywords. Long tail keywords mean like you could give a very specific question and answer it. And maybe you wouldn't have gone after that because you had to write every single thing by hand, et cetera, et cetera. But now you can make a list. And if there's only like 100 people searching that a month, you still might go after that keyword because you have the ability to put out, let's say, 10 blog posts in a month instead of 3. So an example for this is we revamped a roofing client's blog. It's actually Monarch Roofing as part of their overall SEO strategy. And we actually got leads from organic traffic, and we're tracking that up by 92.98% year over year. This is actually the second year of their SEO services with Hook Agency. But if you want to rank for a specific question, you use the question again in the blog with the subheadline asking the exact same question as the title of the blog. And then in addition, in your content, I think what it comes down to is in your content, you're going to want to put trust factors like testimonials, reviews, and case studies within the content now. Because within the blog content, if you can work some of this in, this will allow you to get some of this positive social proof maybe into the AI answers. And as time goes on, it's going to be more and more important to put social proof and references to your company in the content if you want that to get pulled through to the AI, which is right now it's a little bit of a long shot. It's something we're working on. 2, a little bit of code goes a long way. I mean, the main thing is schema markup. And if you're going to look at the main things to put schema markup on, FAQ markup, and then local business schema, which is something that comes standard with all of our clients. But just mark up your services, mark up your FAQs, mark up your, do the local schema. Next, ideally you want to pair your blogs with video content. Now, I know that this is hard for us. We're not able to always go out and shoot videos with clients. We have in the past, and it helps organic content rank. Because if you put a video in the top of a blog post, you increase the time on the website. Because if more people click that, even if it's just by a minute or 2, if you get the average time on your website up by a minute or 2, you're more likely to rank. And if you're more likely to rank, what I'm trying to solidify for you is the more you rank, the more you're going to be in these Google SGE and ChatGPT results. Because right now, the way ChatGPT even ranks is essentially it's using Bing search results. And actually Bing traditionally is a little bit more basic in its algorithm than Google. So things like, and I feel like I'm getting a little complicated for our average podcast, but I want to try to go a little deeper on this if you want this, if you're trying to do this on your own. Things like exact match domains, like where it's like city name plus roofing.com. Those types of it's more of an old school tactic. It's kind of a classic tactic. Those things work better on Bing. Google has tried to combat it. They're not always successful either, but there's basic and older school techniques that work on Bing, and ChatGPT is closely integrated with Bing and uses what's ranking higher in its results. Even though it's in a chatbot format, still kind of processing the Bing results and showing answers that are higher in those results on average from what we can tell. 93% of marketers say video is a crucial part of their strategy. I know a lot of you guys are doing video, but I think a switch here would be I'm going to think about video like I think about SEO. Like, what keywords should we be going after that our customers would actually be searching? And another thing is yes, you want to embed the video in blog posts or have your agency embed videos in your blog post, but you also want to, if something's ranking on your blog that's just a regular blog, then go back and shoot a video for it. If you can, if you have like a subject matter expert on your team, or if it's you as an owner, can go shoot a video for that topic. We would highly recommend that. And it's that back and forth between video and blog content and things like this. The more places that you're showing up, because if you haven't noticed, YouTube videos show up highly on search results now, and you can get business from YouTube videos. The more places you're showing up, the more likely Google looks at your company, your entity, your brand as a trustworthy source to get the information from, once again, increasing your chances to be shown in AI search results.
RoofCon is definitely the best conference I've ever attended, and I've been to several. We go to several every single year.
I bought the tickets. I said, we're going.
This year they broke 5,000 tickets, so it's growing bigger and bigger every single year.
If you're not here, I don't know where you're at.
Definitely coming back 2024. See you then.
RoofCon, the #1 conference for the roofing and solar community, is coming back to Orlando, October 23rd through 25th, 2024. Get your tickets today at roofcon.com.
Number 4 is classic SEO advice. We always talk about EAT, or expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Things like statistic posts. So I put an example here from a client of ours, Best Exteriors. Shout out Drew Pateau and his company. And in that article, they talk about insurance claim statistics. And what's cool about that is when you do statistics posts, you're more likely to get links from other websites back to yours. And if you truly understand how important links are for ranking, you'll get why this increases your EAT, or expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness across the web and across algorithms. Whether it's Bing or Google, they all use this to make decisions about which sites are most important. And this blog has already gotten a link to it, and likely over time, especially if it starts to rank, we'll get more and more links to it, which is awesome. So get links by doing statistics posts or things that could be referenced as a source for journalists and writers. And then secondly, things like industry specific directories and links. So an example might be the roofershelper.com. We put all of our roofing clients onto this directory. Or if you're on the HVAC side, like hvac.unleashed.com has a directory. Now you have a roofing or whatever niche you're in specific directory, and it's increasing that topical authority, that trust, by being so specific. Another one is really local things, like the Chamber of Commerce website in your area. So city specific, niche specific links help with this and help with AI rankings. Lastly, it's funny because SEOs have been saying mastering voice search is important for a long time. And it's just kind of funny that now it kind of comes home, but not from voice search. Yes, a good 20-30% of people use voice search sometimes, but the way voice search has worked has played now into the way AI search, because you're doing more conversational style or questions into voice search. So SEO has evolved towards that, and now it plays out here in AI results, because the way that Google's algorithm has gone has just been towards this. And it's kind of like using natural language in the blog post titles, in the subheadlines, using natural titles, using natural questions that people would have, so that the algorithms, whether it be ChatGPT or Google SGE, can kind of see that you're answering that question. So ask the question like the customer would have it and answer the question definitively and with authority and referencing your sources if you have them. So Google likes authoritative language. It likes references. It likes real statistics. And so these are the types of things that you can use in your language to create authority and to rank more on AI. And by the way, that's my episode for the day. I want to just shout out RoofCon since I'm wearing the shirt. We'll be at RoofCon here soon. Hope everyone's coming. If you don't have the details for RoofCon, I'll give them to you now. It's October 23rd to the 25th in Orlando, Florida. What we think of it as is kind of the family reunion for roofing. And so we're just excited to see everyone there. We really like a lot of the other vendors, and it's always fun seeing people maybe making a little bit of content. We're going to be it's going to be chill. Last year we did tattoos in our booth, and I felt like it was kind of stressful. So this year we're just going to be hanging out. We'll have waters and we'll have some swag, but that's about it. We'll see you guys there. And also, I want to say thank you to everyone that helped Hook reach 150 5-star reviews this past week. It means a ton to us. It is a small family-owned business, and we're up against people 5 times our size, 10 times our size, some of these agencies. And so we're just so incredibly grateful. It's a small, tight team here, 30 people here in Minneapolis, and we're trying to constantly improve our services. So we're so grateful to see that number go up, and all of you that took the time to review us. It means a ton. It means a ton to me and Bia and our daughter June. And we love being a family-owned business. We love being a small business that we're trying to create opportunity, trying to both for our team, but also for our clients. I think we have a mission, kind of mission-oriented. And so thanks for rooting for us and for voting us or getting us up to 150 plus 5-star reviews. And if we can be of service to you, let us know. If you just go to hookagency.com/call, that's hookagency.com/call. You can set up a brief intro call with Sydney, and we'd love to be of service to you. Hope you guys have an amazing day. And the podcast is put on by hookagency.com, Hook Agency all over social media. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.